Be your best self. Emotional mastery and real-life growth. The day you decide to change. There is a quiet moment in life when everything can change. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is simple. It is the moment you decide to take control. Not control of the world, not control of other people, control of yourself. This is the beginning of real growth. This is the beginning of becoming your best self. Many people wait for a big event. They wait for success. They wait for money. They wait for someone to believe in them. But growth does not start outside. It starts inside. It starts with a decision, a clear and honest decision. You look at your life and say, I want more. Not more things, more strength, more clarity, more courage. You want to wake up and feel proud. You want to sleep and feel peace. You want to look in the mirror and see progress. This desire is powerful. It is a small fire. If you protect it, it will grow. If you ignore it, it will fade. The world is full of noise. People tell you who you should be. They tell you what success looks like. They tell you what is possible and what is not. But your best self is not built from their voice. It is built from your voice. The quiet voice inside that says, keep going. Emotional mastery begins here. It begins when you stop running from your feelings. It begins when you stop blaming others. It begins when you say, I am responsible. Responsibility is not a punishment. It is power. When you blame others, you give your power away. When you take responsibility, you take your power back. If you are tired, ask why. If you are angry, ask why. If you are afraid, ask why. Do not judge yourself, just observe. Think of yourself as both the student and the teacher. You are learning about your own mind. Your emotions are not enemies. They are signals. Fear is a signal. Anger is a signal. Sadness is a signal. They tell you something needs attention, but they are not commands. They are not leaders. You are the leader. Imagine your mind as a ship. The ocean is life. The waves are emotions. Sometimes the waves are small. Sometimes they are strong. If you do not hold the wheel, the waves decide your direction. But if you hold the wheel, you can move forward, even in a storm. Emotional mastery does not mean you never feel pain. It means pain does not control your choices. You may feel nervous before speaking English. You may feel embarrassed after a mistake. That is normal. But instead of stopping, you continue. You practice again. You try again. Each time you act with courage, your confidence grows. Confidence is not magic. It is built through action, small actions, repeated daily. Growth is not fast. It is steady, like a tree. You do not see it grow every day, but after 1 year, it is taller. After 5 years, it is strong. The same is true for you. If you choose discipline today, you grow. If you choose focus today, you grow. If you choose kindness toward yourself, you grow. Your best self is not perfect. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is the goal. Maybe yesterday you wasted time. Today you study for 20 minutes. That is progress. Maybe yesterday you reacted with anger. Today you pause and breathe. That is progress. Small improvements create big change. Many people think they need motivation first. They wait to feel ready. But readiness comes after action. Start before you feel ready. Start while you are afraid. Start while you doubt yourself. Action creates clarity. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates growth. This is the cycle of improvement. To be your best self, you must train your mind. Your mind listens to your words. If you say, "I am weak," your mind believes it. If you say, "I am learning," your mind believes it. Choose your words carefully. Speak to yourself like a coach, not like an enemy. When you fail, do not say, "I am useless." Say, "I need more practice." When you feel slow, do not say, "I am stupid." Say, "I am improving step by step." Your inner voice shapes your future. Feed your mind with good ideas. Read books that inspire you. Listen to lessons that teach you. Watch content that helps you grow. What you consume becomes your thoughts. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your life. If you want a better life, protect your mind. Discipline is your friend. It wakes you up early. It tells you to study. It tells you to finish what you start. Discipline is quiet. It does not shout. It does not feel exciting, but it builds strong results. Motivation is like a spark. Discipline is like a steady flame. The flame keeps you warm. The spark disappears quickly. Choose the flame. Create simple routines. Study at the same time every day. Practice speaking even if you feel shy. Write your goals clearly. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. When you see improvement, you feel proud. Pride gives you energy. Energy pushes you forward. There will be difficult days, days when you feel tired, days when you want to quit. These days are important. They test your commitment. Growth happens most on hard days. When you continue despite difficulty, you become stronger. Think of a muscle. It grows when it faces resistance. Your character grows the same way. Every challenge is training. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is preparation. You are not behind. You are learning. You are building. You are becoming. Real life growth is not about being better than others. It is about being better than yesterday. Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Focus on your own page. Write your own story. You do not need permission to grow. You do not need perfect conditions. You need decision. You need courage. You need consistency. Your best self already exists inside you. It is not a different person. It is a stronger version of you, a calmer version, a braver version, a more disciplined version. Each good choice brings that version closer. Each small action shapes your future. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You wake up early. You speak with confidence. You control your emotions. You finish what you start. You respect yourself. This future is possible, not because of luck, because of daily action, because of emotional mastery, because of growth. Today is the first step, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Decide to be your best self. Decide to train your emotions. Decide to grow in real life. The journey is long, but it is worth it, and it begins now. Part 2. Master your emotions. Master your life. Every great change begins inside, not in your job, not in your bank account, not in other people. It begins in your emotions. Your emotions shape your reactions. Your reactions shape your habits. Your habits shape your future. If you master your emotions, you master your life. Many people think emotions are problems. They think anger is bad. They think fear is weakness. They think sadness means failure. But emotions are not enemies. They are messages. They are information. They tell you what matters to you. They show you where you feel hurt. They show you where you care deeply. The problem is not emotion. The problem is lack of control. Imagine a car with a powerful engine. The engine gives energy, but without brakes and a steering wheel, the car crashes. Emotions are the engine. Self-control is the steering wheel. Calm thinking is the brake. You need all three. When you feel angry, your heart beats faster. Your face becomes warm. Your thoughts become sharp. In that moment, you want to react. You want to speak quickly. You want to defend yourself. Pause. Take a breath. Slow down your body. When the body slows down, the mind becomes clearer. This small pause changes everything. Instead of reacting, you choose. Instead of attacking, you respond. This is strength. Real strength is quiet control. Fear works the same way. You want to speak English in front of others. Your hands feel cold. Your voice feels weak. Your mind says, "Do not try." Fear wants to protect you from embarrassment. It wants to keep you safe. But growth is outside comfort. If you always listen to fear, you stay small. If you face fear, you expand. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear. When you speak, even with a shaking voice, you grow. When you try again after a mistake, you grow. Each brave action makes fear smaller. Each small victory builds confidence. Confidence grows from proof. You prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort. You prove to yourself that you can survive mistakes. Over time, your brain learns something new. It learns that challenges are not danger, they are training. Your brain is flexible. It changes with repetition. If you repeat negative thinking, your brain becomes negative. If you repeat calm thinking, your brain becomes calm. This is how habits form. This is how identity forms. If you always say, "I am emotional," your brain accepts it. If you say, "I am learning control," your brain moves in that direction. Identity shapes behavior. Choose your identity carefully. Say, "I am becoming stronger." Say, "I am disciplined." Say, "I am calm under pressure." At first, it may not feel true, but repetition creates belief. Belief creates action. Action creates results. Let us look at sadness. Sometimes you feel low. Maybe you failed a test. Maybe someone criticized you. Maybe you feel alone. Sadness slows your energy. It makes everything feel heavy. Do not fight it. Do not hate yourself for feeling it. Instead, accept it. Say, "I feel sad right now." Naming the emotion reduces its power. When you name it, you separate from it. You are not sadness. You are a person experiencing sadness. There is a difference. Once you create distance, you gain control. Then ask yourself a simple question. What can I do next? Not what will fix everything, just what is the next small step. Maybe you review one lesson. Maybe you go for a short walk. Maybe you drink water and rest. Small actions break heavy emotions. Movement changes mood. Action changes thinking. Staying still in negative emotion makes it stronger. Moving forward makes it weaker. Your environment also affects your emotions. If your room is messy, your mind feels messy. If your phone is full of distractions, your focus becomes weak. Clean your space. Organize your desk. Remove unnecessary noise. A calm space supports a calm mind. Protect your attention. Attention is power. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. If you focus on problems all day, you feel overwhelmed. If you focus on solutions, you feel stronger. Train your attention like a muscle. When you study, study. When you rest, rest. Be present. Presence reduces anxiety. Anxiety often lives in the future. It asks, what if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I'm not good enough? Return to now. Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you are learning. Right now, you can take one step. The present moment is safe. Control exists here. Gratitude is another powerful tool. When you feel stressed, list 3 things you are thankful for. Maybe you have a phone to learn. Maybe you have access to education. Maybe you have one supportive friend. Gratitude shifts focus. It reminds you that life is not only problems. It reminds you of strength. The more you practice gratitude, the more balanced your emotions become. Balanced emotions create clear thinking. Clear thinking creates better decisions. Better decisions create better results. Emotional mastery also means setting boundaries. You cannot control everyone. You cannot please everyone. If someone speaks negatively all the time, limit your exposure. If social media makes you compare yourself, reduce usage. Protect your mental energy. Energy is limited. Use it wisely. Sometimes emotional control means saying no. No to distractions. No to toxic conversations. No to habits that weaken you. Each no creates space for a stronger yes. Yes to study. Yes to rest. Yes to growth. Yes to peace. Forgiveness is another form of emotional strength. Holding anger hurts you more than others. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means releasing the emotional weight. When you forgive, you free your mind. A free mind thinks clearly. A clear mind grows faster. Remember this important truth. You are not your worst moment. You are not your biggest mistake. You are not your past. You are the decisions you make today. If yesterday you reacted badly, today you can respond better. If yesterday you quit, today you can continue. Growth is always available. Each morning is a reset. Each breath is a new chance. Mastering emotions is daily work. It is not a one-time lesson. Some days are easy, some days are heavy, but consistency builds stability. Over time, you notice change. You react slower. You think clearer. You speak calmer. People trust you more. You trust yourself more. Trust in yourself is powerful. When you trust yourself, you act with confidence. You do not panic easily. You do not give up quickly. You know you can handle discomfort. You know you can learn from mistakes. This is emotional maturity. It does not come from age. It comes from practice. Practice observing your feelings. Practice pausing before reacting. Practice choosing better responses. Little by little, your emotional world becomes stable. Stability creates strength. Strength creates growth. Growth creates a better life. You cannot control every event, but you can control your response. And your response is powerful. When you master your emotions, you become free. Free from impulsive reactions, free from unnecessary drama, free from self-doubt that controls action. Freedom feels calm. Freedom feels clear. Freedom feels strong. This is real-life growth, not only external success, but inner stability. A stable mind can build anything. A stable heart can face any storm. Keep practicing, keep observing, keep choosing wisely. Emotional mastery is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming steady. It is about becoming intentional. It is about becoming your best self. And this journey continues every day. Part 3. Build your future with daily growth. You have learned to decide. You have learned to control your emotions. Now it is time to build. Growth is not a dream, it is construction. You build your future one day at a time, not in one big moment, not in one lucky chance, but in daily effort. Your life tomorrow depends on what you repeat today. Repetition creates direction. Direction creates results. If you repeat distraction, you build weakness. If you repeat focus, you build strength. If you repeat excuses, you build limits. If you repeat discipline, you build freedom. Freedom is not doing anything you want. Freedom is having control over yourself. When you control your habits, you control your future. Many people want success. Few people want daily work. But success is daily work. Small, simple, consistent. Think of a house. You build it brick by brick. You do not throw all bricks at once. You place one carefully, then another, then another. Your habits are bricks. Your routine is the design. Your discipline is the builder. Every morning you wake up with a choice. You can move closer to your best self, or you can stay where you are. The difference is one decision. Get up when the alarm rings. Study when it is time. Finish what you start. These actions look small, but they change identity. When you act disciplined, you become disciplined. When you act confident, you become confident. Identity is shaped by behavior. Do not wait to feel different. Act different first. Feelings follow action. If you want to be strong, do strong things. If you want to be focused, remove distractions. If you want to grow, challenge yourself. Comfort feels safe, but comfort stops growth. Growth lives in effort. Growth lives in discomfort. When you try something new, you feel resistance. That resistance means progress. Your brain prefers easy tasks. It wants to save energy. But you are not controlled by comfort. You are guided by purpose. Purpose gives direction. Ask yourself simple questions. What kind of person do I want to become? What skills do I want to improve? What habits support that future? Write the answers clearly. Clarity reduces confusion. Confusion creates delay. Clear goals create focus. Focus increases speed. You do not need 20 goals. You need 2 or 3 important ones. Keep them simple. Speak English with confidence. Read 1 book every month. Exercise 3 times a week. Small, clear goals are powerful. Now break them into daily steps. 10 minutes of speaking practice. 5 pages of reading. 20 minutes of movement. Daily steps remove fear. Fear grows when tasks look big. When tasks are small, action feels possible, and possible actions get done. Tracking progress is important. Write down your effort each day. Mark a calendar. Keep a notebook. When you see progress, motivation increases. You feel proud. Pride strengthens commitment. Commitment builds momentum. Momentum makes effort easier. But remember this truth. There will be days when you fail. You oversleep. You skip practice. You lose focus. Failure is not the end. It is feedback. Feedback shows you where to adjust. Do not turn one mistake into a story. Do not say, I always fail. Say, I missed today. I return tomorrow. Consistency does not mean perfect. It means returning quickly. The faster you return, the stronger you become. Self-respect grows from promises kept. When you promise to study and you do it, you trust yourself. When you promise to improve and you act, you respect yourself. Self-respect creates confidence. Confidence creates bold action. Bold action creates opportunity. Opportunity changes life. Many people wait for opportunity. Few people prepare daily. Preparation attracts opportunity. When the chance comes, you are ready. You speak clearly. You think calmly. You act confidently. Because you practiced when no one watched. Private discipline creates public success. Real-life growth is not only about career. It is about character. Character is how you act when things are difficult. Character is how you treat others when you are stressed. Character is how you speak to yourself when you fail. Strong character creates stable success. Without character, success collapses. Kindness is strength. Honesty is strength. Patience is strength. These qualities support emotional mastery. They support leadership,
They support trust. Growth also means helping others grow. When you improve, share knowledge. When you learn, teach someone. Teaching strengthens understanding. Helping others builds meaning. Meaning creates deeper motivation. Life feels richer when your growth supports others. Your family sees your discipline. Your friends see your focus. Your example inspires quietly. You do not need to speak loudly. Your actions speak. Sometimes growth feels slow. You look at yourself and think nothing changed, but change often hides in small details. You react calmer. You think clearer. You quit less. You believe more. These are big victories. Celebrate them. Gratitude keeps you balanced. Ambition keeps you moving. Balance both. Do not run so fast that you forget peace. Do not relax so much that you forget goals. Strong growth is steady. It is not extreme. It is sustainable. Sustainable habits last years. Years of discipline transform identity. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. You wake early without struggle. You control your emotions in conflict. You speak English naturally. You handle stress calmly. You lead by example. This future is not fantasy. It is built daily. Each morning you choose effort. Each evening you reflect and adjust. Reflection is powerful. Ask yourself each night, what did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow? This simple habit accelerates growth. You become your own coach. You guide your own progress.
The world will always be noisy. There will always be distractions. There will always be challenges. But inside you, there is stability. Inside you, there is direction. Inside you, there is power. Emotional mastery protects your peace. Discipline builds your future. Daily growth strengthens your identity. This is how you become your best self. Not suddenly, not perfectly, but consistently. You are not chasing perfection. You are building excellence. Excellence is effort repeated. Excellence is calm focus. Excellence is growth over time. The journey never truly ends. There is always another level, another skill, another challenge, another improvement. But you are no longer afraid of growth. You welcome it. You understand that discomfort is training. You understand that emotions are signals. You understand that discipline is freedom. Now you walk forward with clarity. You no longer wait for rescue. You no longer blame circumstances. You take responsibility daily, and responsibility gives power. Look back at who you were. Notice the difference. You think differently. You act differently. You believe differently. That is transformation. That is real-life growth. Keep going. Keep building. Keep choosing wisely. Every step matters. Every decision counts. Every day is another brick in your future. Be patient with progress. Be strong in difficulty. Be kind to yourself. And continue forward. You are becoming your best self. One decision, one habit, one day at a time.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.